trail gunner here. Here at Dosewallips Falls this Memorial Day weekend. I headed up the West Fork to face our fears of crossing the Dosewallips River again. I was here 2 years ago, and as you watch that video, you know I did not cross the river due to the logs. So we are going up again. Also in that video, ran into a fellow YouTuber, Bending Willow, who we camped with, and she also did not cross the logs. We're heading up to Diamond Meadow. We've actually stayed in touch, and she's about an hour ahead of us. So we are going to join together and try to face our fears of crossing logs and over the Dosewallips River and getting up to Diamond Meadows again. While I was there, I did witness several people cross the logs. They did not fall in, they did not die. They were just younger, more agile, and had better sense of balance than the Bending Willow. But that's why we have this year brought along this guy. He is definitely younger than me, and I think he's got the balance and agility down as well. So we're hoping that he gives us some good luck on getting up there. Coming down Dosewallips Road here, this thing off to our right came off the cliff right there over the winter and has just impaled itself through the roadbed here. Two months ago, this thing was actually standing there. It's actually fallen backwards. It used to be staying there 2 months ago. So that thing just came down, and this is old Fork roadbed, and that thing just impaled itself through the roadbed there. So I don't know what type of force that requires, but yeah. Bending Willow, I presume?
We're having fun now.
We spent our first night at Dose Forks. Here we are hiking out of the Dose Forks campground. There's a few spots further in the back that we used. And there's also about 4 spots here toward the front. And then you have the privy to the immediate right of the trail there. When you get out to the main trail, the bear wire used to be across the trail, and there are 2 spots there as well. One is significantly better than the other one. Coming back down the main trail, you head to the crossing of the main fork of the Dosewallips River. A few of the further back campsites have direct access to the river, as well as the site to the other side of the trail, but in most of the campsites, the best source to get water is actually to come across this bridge and then head to the right down that direction. We are coming up to the highest bridge over the west fork of the Dosewallips River. And we have this high steel girder bridge over a deep canyon here. The advantage of hiking with Bending Willow is that she is working on a book that on the Olympic National Park and some of its history, and is able to offer insights into some of the early expeditions. As we cross this bridge here, she enlightened us that when the first expedition came here, there obviously was no bridge here. And in the ultimate ladies first tradition, they lowered some of the women down with ropes so they could wade, swim across the cold river, and climb back up the other side with the rope. This is what's called being a tree hugger. Huh. This tree is like directly over this footbridge. Yes, the tree that's in your face. Here at Diamond Meadow Camp, my friend and I were camped there last night. Fellow YouTuber Bending Willow is camped over there. We are headed up to face our fears of the log bridge over the Dosewallips River, about a half mile from here. I looked at it last night. I got some concerns, but Bending Willow has not seen it, so we're going up again. So we don't quite sure what we're doing. We got Diamond Meadow over there. Resident bear has not shown up in the last 24 hours, but there's still time. So we are just headed up, face our fears, and either cross or not cross. Some of us may just stay here and hang out for today. I will give you an update from the log bridge. All right, there is the foot log. Bending Willow made it across. She's risking her life to go on up to Honeymoon. I have no balance at all, or at least I have less balance than her. So I have decided to take a day at Diamond Meadows, hang out, and meet her back here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So that is our new plan. It's just beyond my comfort zone. The lower of the two crossing logs is about 30 feet across without a handhold of any type. It's a little over a foot wide walking width, but as you can tell, it is neither level nor straight. Also, the log tilts about 15 degrees to the upside, so the walking surface is not level left to right on it. Most disturbing to me, particularly, was also the fact that you can't see it in the picture, but immediately beyond the frame, the river cuts around a bend. So if you were to slip off the log and go into the fast-flowing cold water, you would have no idea where you're going, and there is no access for anyone else to come and help you. So those were the reasons I decided to not cross this log today on that day. The river's lower, I'd ford it, but it is cold and fast here in May. So If I remember getting to Honeymoon Meadows, it's going to be in the fall when the river's down. All right, so we have had a great trip here. We will continue to have a great trip. We're just not going past here once again. "24 hours later." Shout out to our trail crew. Thank you guys very much. Cut there. Cut on that side, and then the other log and cut to get so you don't have to step over. And they even rode them to the side. Thank you guys very much. We are leaving our camp here at Diamond Meadows, headed back down toward Dosewallips Forks. Other two parties, including a YouTuber hiking with Bending Willow, is left camp about 40 minutes ago ahead of us. But she'll be doing her own videos, so I suspect we'll catch her.
I guess this is a tent here, or which one's that is? Hopefully somebody didn't forget there. I couldn't tell if that was a tarp or a rain fly or what.
Look at that black scar all the way down that tree.
Wow.
Just to the right of the trail. I think he took a hit from lightning.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
He's still alive. You can't tell if he's topped or not. All right, we tailgater here. We are exiting out into the Dosewallips campground here, headed back out to the trailhead today. We've had a great weekend here, even though I did not go across the river. Get out, enjoy this area. I will maybe back sometime in the fall when the river is lower. I can ford the river and get up to Honeymoon Meadows at that point. That sound you're hearing is not the bugling of elk. It is the burrowing of the pack mules over there. Say hello to the Olympic pack mules. And say hello to our trail crew who does amazing work out here. Okay, we have now made it out of the Dosewallips drainage back to the old self-registration when trailhead self-registration was a thing before having to go online and do overnight permits online. It's been a great weekend. We did not cross the river once again. Caution overcame my sense of adventure. Bending Willow and one other person went up. Myself and one other person stayed back for the day and just rested. We were hoping to see a bear at the Diamond Meadow because there was bear scat all over the place, and a trail report from 3 weeks ago said there was a bear within the meadow. So sort of hoping to see that bear, but the bear never showed up while we were there. Bending Willow actually reported that they did not make Honeymoon Meadow themselves because of a landslide that had dropped large rocks onto the trail and had narrowed the tread width about a quarter mile before getting into Diamond Meadow. So they turned around at that point, and it was partly because of time and partly because of if they'd gone across, they would have had to have turned around within a half hour and turn back anyway. So they turned around at that point. So my whole point was to get to Diamond Meadow, so I'm sort of glad I didn't go up there. But this fall I may try to get up there when the river's lower and I can ford it. We have other trips planned this summer. We're going to possibly be up on the North Fork of the Dosewallips, main fork. Not sure about that in late July. And then in August, late August, we're planning to go into the burn area on the up the Queets and into the 2015 Paradise Fire burn area and reach the site of the Pelton shelter that reportedly was lost in the burn. I don't know whether that means it's just a charred partial structure or whether there's just a square on the ground where it used to be. That is the future for this summer, and there will almost certainly be a few day hike adventures. Still have people wanting to, just like two friends who done other trips have wanting to go back to Rainier, Carbon River entrance, may do that. So until our next adventure, thank you for watching, and see you down the trail.